Clickup Project Management Software Review 2024. Is it actually better than Asana? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a review on Clickup, okay? And I want to do a simple review about Clickup. So I've been using Clickup as a project management tool for a while, and I just want to speak out about my thoughts. Like, do I like it? Do I not like it? What is good about it? What is not good about it? And all of that good stuff. Okay, I'm not getting paid to say this, and I won't leave any affiliate links. So this is just going to be an honest opinion about ClickUp. So if you're not sure whether to use ClickUp or not, this can be a great video for you because you're about to find out the pros and cons about ClickUp, and also you can get a simple tour of how this platform works. So if that sounds interesting, make sure to leave a like on this video. That would help me out a lot. Okay, and thank you so much for watching. So now let's just get started. So, all right, here you can clearly see we are on ClickUp right now. Okay, this is the main ClickUp, you could say, dashboard of your spaces and projects. So currently, I'm looking at a space. So ClickUp is working with spaces and with your dashboard. So a space is pretty much a board on, ClickUp. So on other workspaces like Monday or Trello, boards have different views. They have different sectionings and algorithms. This is, ClickUps. When it comes to Trello or Monday, obviously their viewings and their outlook is much different, and it totally depends on the type of software and the actual view of the software you're using. So the layout is a big thing when it comes to these task and project management softwares. So now that you've understood this layout, you can switch to other layouts as well. So let's say this is obviously the list view. This is what we call the board view. This is what you get in Trello, okay? So if you use Trello or if you have used Trello, you're going to notice that this looks exactly like Trello. You can switch these around and all. So, pretty basic stuff. Now, I'm just going to switch back to list because this is the default view. Now, as compared to Trello or Monday, these features that you get are actually pretty good when you are in ClickUp. So apart from that, let's talk about how good it is in terms of the overview that you can get on your projects. So if you're doing project management, you would like to know the status of your projects, okay, in one view, and ClickUp has done a great job at doing so because as you guys can see, you can create different lists for yourself. So obviously I'm in one list right now, but if I want to go ahead and create a new list in the list section, what you're simply going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and click on create new list. So you're just going to add a new list to this, and that's going to obviously add a new algorithm. Pretty simple stuff. And if you want to change the status of these, let's say I'm going to switch to complete, and it switches to complete. And obviously I've added an automation where if I, switch some topic to complete, it will remove itself automatically. Okay, and that's the automations, which I'm going to talk about as well in a few seconds. So as you can see right now, this is in progress. In to do, I can add another task, and in complete, I'll add another task. Now the fun part about adding my task to complete is that obviously once I add them to complete, they will delete them themselves. Now if I create a task in complete, it won't happen like that because the automation doesn't say that. It says that if I switch a task to complete, it's going to delete it then. So if I switch K to complete, you can see it removes itself. Pretty simple, right? And you can normally remove a topic as well by just going ahead, clicking on these three buttons on this right side and just clicking on delete, and that should delete the tasks or the topics that you've added. Pretty simple stuff. Now, once we've talked about the views and everything, one more thing that I would tell you is that there's different views to work with as well. So here, if you click on this plus sign, you can see that you don't only have list views, but you have board, calendar, Gantt, timeline, team, table, mind map, workload, activity, map, whiteboard, doc, chat, embedding, forms. So you have a lot of options to portray your data on. Pretty simple stuff. Now, moving on, let's talk about the pros. Okay, so basically, the pros of you could say about ClickUp is first of all, it's really nice. You could say interface. Okay, the interface is really clean. Okay, you can look around pretty well. The options and features are sectioned out pretty well. So assignee over here, due date over here, priority over here, and you have full freedom to roam across the ClickUp space, even in other views, like you have calendar, you have Gantt, you have board. So every different view gives you different types of things to work with, different types of things to mess around with. Pretty basic and standard stuff. Another pro is that you can see and you can assign specific people to a task. For example, if you need to create some project file in ClickUp, you can assign anyone to that task, and you can add people in your workspace by simply clicking on share up here. Okay, you can either invite them by their name or email, or what you can do is you can copy a private link, send it out to people, and people can obviously directly join it through that. You can also set due dates for projects. So let's say this project ends on 10th Feb. So 10th Feb is the due date. So pretty standard, pretty incredible stuff. Then you can also set priorities. Something could be urgent, something could be on high priority, normal priority, and low priority. So there's different priorities to keep as well. And it's really important to tell someone if some topic or task is on high alert and they need to do it immediately. All these things are really compulsory and really necessary when working with softwares like this. So it all obviously depends on you, on the type of working you are going to want to prolong with. And obviously, I would definitely suggest you to check other softwares out like Monday.com and Asana just to give yourself an idea on how much better I believe ClickUp is than these softwares. Because although their interfaces and their features are good, but ClickUp gives you a more wide range or wide spectrum of features to work with, which is pretty incredible in my opinion. Then moving on, throughout all your work that you see in the spaces and the project files, you can get a dashboard view of them, meaning you can get an analytical view of them. So there's different analytics and different summaries of different views. So here you have recent agenda assigned to me, my work. So you can see you have different views and you have small views to work in these. So let's say if you don't want to go into spaces and just keep working over here in small spaces, you can, add tasks over here. You can, switch their priorities, switch their due dates. Whatever you want can be done in the small homepage section as well. Okay, and then obviously moving on, you can edit the layout according to what you want. Like, let's say if you want this on more priority, I'm going to keep this at the top, and you can keep rest of the things at the bottom. Pretty standard stuff. And it's quite easy to get your head around all of these things because it's not too difficult to manage all your cards. So you can manage cards differently as well. So there's recent cards, agenda cards, my work. You can remove these or you can add more cards that aren't added. Then moving on comes the automations. Okay, automation is a game changer in this because if you add automations, you're basically helping yourself, fasten up your processes. So let's say in this case, when your, let's say, due date arrives, I'm going to go with delete task. Okay. So when the due date arrives, they are supposed to delete the task. So let me show you how this works. So here, let's say I have a task, okay, in this board of mine. Now over here, I'm going to add a due date of today. Okay. Today obviously is 29 January. I am going to set, you know what, I'm going to go with 28th. So obviously the due date is for yesterday. So after yesterday's due date arrives, it will automatically delete itself. Or, the old automation that I added, like once a task is completed, it will automatically remove itself. So I've added that over here. So simply status goes to completed, okay? And that will automatically delete it. There you go. So that's an automation that I've added. So that's basically the whole idea of ClickUp, and that was a review of ClickUp. So I hope this helped you on the working of ClickUp and if ClickUp, is suitable for your, work and all those things. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for this video. Now, if you enjoyed watching, please do make sure to drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.